Hey you guys, what's up? Courtney here. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to me. If this is your first time with me, thank you so much for clicking on my video. I do appreciate it. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up, tap subscribe, and hit the ring dingy bell for notifications, and I will support you back. If this is not your first time with me, then hey you guys, what's up? So today I'm doing a review on the two products, and that is the Tarte Face Tape Foundation and the Tarte Base Tape Primer. So yes, if you'd like to see my thoughts on this and see my review for these two products, then you guys know the drill. Keep on watching. Okay, so I basically I looked it up on the phone, and I want to tell you guys a little bit about the Face Tape Foundation as opposed to the Shape Tape foundation. I have this here. I have it in the Hydrating one, and I like it okay. I can tell you this is a pump. It's a pump applicator, which I think is good. It's $39. It is inspired by our iconic Shape Tape Concealer. This long-wearing full coverage foundation mattifies, hydrates, and brightens your appearance. Plus, this baby comes in 50 shades with 5 undertones, which I think is amazing. I think that was a really good move on Tarte's part, because obviously we all know what happened with this product. So what it does is long wearing, a full coverage with a natural matte finish. Now I can tell you that the other two, they come in the hydrating or the matte, so there's nothing in between. So I'm assuming this is like an in-between product. Transfer proof, waterproof, sweat proof to keep you flawless throughout the workday and play. It has snow mushroom extract, apple fruit extract, and hyaluronic acid. I hate saying that word. To hydrate and brighten your appearance. I've got the Shape Tape Concealer. I am going to use it, even though it's very drying. So it says use it with the sponge. So it's showing the shaper sponge, but it's saying use with sponge. So we're also going to do that today as well. Okay, so the original Shape Tape Hydrating Foundation, I'm going to just say the hydrating one because that's the one that I own. This one is Don't Hate Hydrate. This hypoallergenic luminous gel finish foundation featuring the same complexion perfecting superpowers as Shape Tape Concealer. With an added boost of skin smoothing, oil-free hydration will be your new BFF. What it does, buildable coverage with luminous finish. Collagen and hyaluronic acid works to continuously hydrate, plump, and refine pores and plump skin. Won't crease, cake, or fade. So all of these products, you guys already know, Tarte is made without parabens, mineral oil, phthalates, triclosan, sodium lauryl sulfate, and gluten. So all this is really good for your skin. It says to use that one as well with the sponge. So now I'm going to look up the actual the Base Tape Primer. Okay, so this product is $30. Prep yourself before you perfect yourself. Turn up the base with this vegan coconut priming serum that hydrates your skin for 12 hours. This rich yet lightweight makeup magnet is infused with a blend of coconut and botanicals to help smooth and nourish and smooth skin's appearance. What it does is extend wear of foundation and keep skin hydrated for 12 hours. It's got jojoba and grapeseed extract to help moisturize, and it's infused with coconut for smoothing benefits and a delicious scent. It says dispense 1 to 2 pumps to clean fingertips and gently smooth over face before applying makeup. In my own words, I believe that this particular product, as far as the primer, I believe that if you have dry skin and you have an issue with Shape Tape or the Shape Tape foundation, you know, making you cakey or making you dry, which I do, not so much the hydrating one, but that combined with Shape Tape I do. That's why I don't use it that much. Normally I just use if I use that, I'll use a different concealer. I have not been using my Shape Tape very much lately at all, you guys. So, but I do believe that this Base Tape Hydrating Primer is something that you're probably going to need to get, or something similar. If you are super dry, unless you have normal to combo skin. If you have normal to combo skin, you know, I'd still suggest putting a primer like this on with it. But if you have oily skin, you know, you can use your basic silicone primer, or whatever primer you normally use, your pore filler. I know a lot of people use the Benefit, the Professional, you know, whatever. That's just my suggestion, and from talking from just experience with different products. So you always have to kind of work and see which products work better for your skin type. And for me, there is no way on earth that I'd be able to wear this with just a regular primer like the Professional or any of that. I just feel like this face tape is kind of like a good combination between the moisturizing, the hydrating, and the matte shape tape. I do feel like the formula may be different. I don't know. We're getting ready to find out though. So yeah, we're gonna find out for sure. I just wanted to give you guys the information. So $30 for the primer and $39 for the face tape. Tape, I have the color 20B, which is light beige. They have the 5 undertones on this and the 50 shades. It gives you so many options. So far I am liking that part of it. You guys like my nails? These are stick-on nails from the dollar store. Anyways, on with the review. So when I open up this box, I see that it has the regular Tarte, you know, box lining with the inside of the blue. Base tape hydrating primer. This is the packaging. I think the packaging is nice, simple, pretty basic for packaging. And here is the product. Base tape. This, I believe, is beautiful. I love that they have the light blue here, and I don't know, and because like on the old, the moisturizing is the purple. But we'll see. I'm happy that that foundation's in a pump. So let's see if this is in a pump. Ooh, yes it is. This is a pump. It reminds me a lot of the Photo Finish Primerizer by Smashbox. Just saying. Just saying. We're going to put a little bit of this on our fingertips, as it says in the directions online. So let's see what the consistency is here. It is almost exactly like the primerizer as far as consistency. Let's smell it. Oh, it does smell like coconut, you guys. So I am going to go ahead and let this primer dry down for a few minutes because it always needs to dry down. It's really not good to go in straight with your foundation. It's on the edge of being 80 outside. I have on shorts. Does Courtney ever wear shorts? No, she doesn't. She's wearing them today. Okay, so I think it's ready. It's kind of tacky, but not tacky in a bad way, because I mean I can still feel it on my hands. Yeah, it smells so good, you guys. So as far as the face tape, this is the packaging on the face tape, and on this it just says face tape foundation, high performance naturals. This is 30 ml as well. It has the same thing on the side. I do like I like the packaging on this. I like that it has the gold writing, and I love these little stripes and stuff here. Tarte has great packaging. So, ooh, it has those stripes on the inside. I wonder if that's what the bottle's gonna look like. So when I open it, this is what I see. What does that say? Looking good. All right. So here is our face tape. As far as being a cylinder shape, I do like that. I love the purple and gold with each other, but I got the color light beige, and that is going to be 20B. Is that backwards? Let's go in with this freaking stuff here. Let me smell it. See if it smells. That doesn't smell like coconut. It smells like shape tape. I am going to actually put a couple dabs on the back of my hand like the instructions. The consistency is such as this. It's not super thick, but it's not thin either. Alright, so we're just going to dig into this. I still have some left on the back of my hand. So let's go to town with this foundation, guys. Well, hello, full coverage. Nice to meet ya. Wow. As I'm blending it, I'm starting to kind of feel as if it's trying to set itself, like setting up itself. I don't feel like it's something that you have to work like super duper fast with, you know, like Urban Decay All Nighter or the Lock-It Foundation by Kat Von D or anything like that. I can tell you it's full coverage. Like what? Don't know if it's gonna oxidize. I definitely don't think that this foundation would be good for a brush, and the reason why is because of my personal preference. On a full coverage foundation, I feel like I need to press it into my skin from the rip, like not just after you spread it out. I feel like it needs to be pressed into the skin from the rip, and that's because I have such strange skin. It's dry, but it's not like super dry everywhere. It's only dry in certain spots, but I do have some pretty fine lines and wrinkles, and I do have a dry under eye. I do have a little bit of hyperpigmentation on my face, along the sides here of my face. I can't tell if it's trying to oxidize or if it is just drying down. It is settling, but to be honest, you guys, there's nothing that's gonna not settle there. I mean, you can blur it and smooth it all you want to. There's just really nothing that's not gonna settle there. Don't know how I feel about this foundation yet. So I'm gonna go in a couple of spots on my face that I feel like need it. You guys ever tried a foundation where like you feel like you're missing something in the foundation or application, one of the two? I do it all the time. I'm like, what is not right here? It moves around, I guess is the best way to describe it. But okay, so what I'm gonna do is, I just feel like there's something not right about this foundation at this point. That's why I added a little bit more, just to kind of see. I don't know, but so far, right now, I do not like the way that this foundation is looking on my skin. Why is it moving? At first, it felt like it was going to set itself up, which is what I wanted. And if you guys have been watching my channel, you know, any kind of foundation review that I do, I always go outside, especially if it claims to be waterproof or sweat proof, because God knows I live in a super humid climate. I live in Georgia, South Georgia, the armpit of the freaking South. And if something's going to, you know, sweat, if there's gonna be something where I'm gonna sweat and it's gonna fall off, then, or come off, then, you know, it's definitely not something that I'm going to be wearing. Now, I can say for sure that the coverage, it's definitely full coverage, no doubt. The formulation, as far as consistency, is nice. Okay, so do you guys see what it's doing on the lip? Right here in this area. I'm not worried about that settling, but here's a little bit further out. Look at that. And it doesn't matter, like, if I try to, like, it moves around. It really does. and get into the fresh air and just kind of see what happens. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna come back in with you guys, and we're gonna do the concealer, and we're gonna see how it looks, it plays with the concealer. I wish now that I would have done half my face with my primers that I use and half my face with the Shape Tape primer. I do. It is clinging, like I have dry patches right there. It's clinging to them. So I'm gonna do that, and I'll be right back. So I did my normal thing, and I went out there and I sat for a few minutes, and I'm coming back in and I'm looking in the mirror, and my thoughts so far are I don't like the way it's looking here. I don't like the way it's looking through this area on my forehead. It's making me look like I have pores that I did not know that I had, and it's really hard to see. Here, let me cut my lights off so you guys can see. Look at that. Look at how it looks on me, you guys. Look at that. See how it's splotchy and weird? But to be honest with you guys, I'm afraid, I'm almost afraid to put Shape Tape on it, because I already know what Shape Tape does to my under eye, but I'm gonna do it because that's what we're doing today. So I'm going to go in with the color, yeah, I'm gonna use the light sand. All right, so I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna put this in fast forward. So I'm glad that I did put the Shape Tape concealer on, because I do feel like it looks better now, but it doesn't change the texture of it. Very cakey and very dry looking, and I'm to the point where I do not want to set this, you guys. So actually I think I'm going to use this Revolution Bacon Blot, just a plain powder. I'm going to just work on this for a minute, so you guys just bear with me. Okay, hey you guys, I'm back. I went ahead and put some contour, bronzer. I did my blush. I was able to use a Tarte blush that I really love. I love this little palette here. This is the Make Every Moment Count. Oh, and I used some highlighter, and the highlighter I used was from Gerard, and it is the Audrey. It's just a really pretty light gold highlighter. I did my brows and put a little bit of the highlighter in my eyes because I'm not doing my eyes. This is just a foundation review, so I'm going to put a little bit of the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray on my face right now because I feel like I need some setting spray or I'm going to be parched. So, getting my face off while I'm talking to you guys. So, my final thoughts is the primer. I absolutely love the primer. I feel like the primer is, well, that made a big difference. I feel like the primer is really nice as a product on its own. It smells good. The packaging is gorgeous. The coconut smell that you get from this reminds me a lot of the Gerard Slay Spray coconut smell. It's like a real coconut smell. It's not like a fake coconut smell. It smells really good. Now, do I think that it is a good primer to go underneath this foundation? Not for me, it's not. I do not like it underneath this foundation at all, and I wish I would have done half the face. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this under different foundations. I want to try this under my Rimmel. I want to try this under my Too Faced Born This Way. I want to try this under my Neutrogena. I want to try this under some Urban Decay, and I want to see the different foundations that I can use with this that'll actually make it kind of do what it's supposed to do. The closest thing that I can compare it to is the Primerizer by Smashbox, but it does not give the same results. So in that sense, it's just different. I think the Primerizer is a little thicker to be honest. This is not going to be like, you know, of course, not like, you know, the hydration that you get from like your Hangover RX or them. But I've got so many primers that are more creamy than this and more, that no problem. I feel like if I'd have put that on underneath this, that's why I want to play around with this some more. But for right now, I'm going to give this my stamp of approval as far as on its own. Okay, until I have reason to believe that it's not a good primer on its own, I will not say that it's a bad primer. But with the Shape Tape or the Face Tape foundation, I don't like it with that. So there's that. As far as the foundation goes, right now my face is a beautiful cakey mess. Does that make sense? My face is so cakey right now that you could probably bake a cake on it. You could probably use what's on my face to bake a cake. I'm going to cut my lights and I'm going to show you guys exactly what my face looks like right now without these lights. Cakey, textury. Y'all, there is texture on my face right here that I did not even know that I had. Look how dry I am up here. I mean, it's just not, I don't like it. It looks great when I turn the lights back on. It looks fine. But I think that I want to try to give this another chance with a different primer. I want to try to apply it differently as far as, not really so much sponge wise, but I want to play around with it some more. So I ended up cutting this out, but what I used to set with was, this Makeup Revolution Bacon Blot. I put that in some of the concealing areas very, 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 very lightly. I used the Kat Von D brightening powder in the color Peach, which is a super finely milled, super light powder. And I used this big old ginormous brush right here, and I set so light across my face. And I'm talking about light, like light. Yeah, as far as that goes, I didn't want to, it's like I didn't want to add powder at all. Now, I will say this, when I added the Shape Tape to this foundation, it did look better, but it was already creasing and drying under the eye. And you know what, if I was to take pictures, I think it's a good, there's a lot of foundations I feel this way about, like, kind of feel the same way about this as I did with the Smashbox foundation that I did. The Smashbox 15 Hour Wear Hydrating Foundation. This one right here reminds me a lot of this Face Tape. So these two are very similar. This one is just really thick and it sets itself down. It doesn't move around. This moves around on the face. It moves around on the face, it does. So for right now, I am saying no to this foundation because I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it right now. And even with the lightest setting that I can do, it wasn't my favorite. Now, I've quit using Shape Tape for a while. Unless I have something super, super, super moisturizing on my face and I need some dryness, then I'll use this. But I quit using it. So for now, this is a no-go for me until I use a different primer and a different concealer and figure out whether I like it or not. So yes, those are my now. But I will keep you guys updated and I will let you know if I find something that goes really well with this. You know, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. And I'll also let you know how this does with other foundations. I'm sure you'll see me use it in other videos. So, but this is a really good smelling product and I really like it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have this foundation and primer or one or the other, let me know down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about how it looks on me, which I know it looks okay on the video, but as you saw when I cut the lights off, it doesn't. It does not look good in person. So love exactly what you think. You guys always want to know what you think. You know that. As always, I will not argue with you guys. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up, tap subscribe, and hit the ringy dingy bell for notifications. I will support you back. You know I will. Of course I will. I will see you guys on my next video, and until next time, bye. That just something. I feel like there's stuff all over my face. Why do I feel like that? Do I have dirt on my face? Is there dirt on my face, y'all? I know that everybody owns. This is just a plain paint beauty blender Did someone blow wind in my face? Oh, lordy. Definitely ain't using a valid floss thing because I'm not definitely researching it. Definitely not using a microfiber sponge. Well, geez. Why does my hair look like this? Okay. This is Double Duty Beauty. Say that 10 times. This is not the Beauty Blender. Like, this is not the Beauty Blender. This is the Ulta Blender. The Stila one-stepped. One-stepped or two-stepped or three-stepped. Either way. To keep my Beauty Blender moistened the way I want to. Is that bad? Well, that's not right.